Now let's discuss some of the benefits of extensive reading. ER here, for your information, it stands for extensive reading. So when we talk about some of the issues in extensive reading, it's important to be aware of the benefits of extensive reading. So what I want from you as language teachers, actually, when you become language teachers, you need to become aware of some of the benefits of extensive reading. So, of course, you might realize that we are talking common sense here, because the benefits are much more related to our common sense. Okay, there might not be something new, but they are important to raise our consciousness about some of the benefits and their implications for in extensive reading. So, of course, we will have, through extensive reading, we will have enhanced language learning. By enhanced language learning, I mean the students' vocabulary, their grammatical competence, or their constructions of the sentences will be much more widened. So they will have much more improved knowledge of the world through extensive reading. For example, if we expose them to graded readers of Oxford bookworms, which are in print in 42 versions, so we can expose them to different genres and topics, and this is how their knowledge of the world will be much more stretched. So they will help improve reading and writing skills. It's because reading and writing is much more interrelated, and there is a lot of debate going on how reading helps develop writing skills. Some of you might think of doing your research work at the end of your MAELT. To what extent you might explore in your research the relationship between reading and writing, because you'll have to write a thesis at the end of your program. So it develops more positive attitude towards reading, and it's likely to help them become proficient readers or develop the habit of reading. Okay. So there are various advantages from innatist perspective, from Chomskyan perspective. If we are proficient in L1, we are likely to develop that much. We are likely to transfer our proficiency in L2 to. That's what Chomsky proposes, actually theorizes. So this can be realized through meaningful and comprehensible input, because meaningful input or understandable input can activate students' knowledge of second language. Because if they are exposed to the texts which are understandable, which are meaningful, they'll find it interesting. So this is how, if we see it from innatist perspective, so extensive reading has got a lot of potential to develop students' cognitive abilities. And secondly, if we look at it from interactionist perspective, because there is a theory of interactionism in SLA, second language acquisition, Larsen, Freeman, Long, Swain. So if we ask our students, involve them in talking, in groups, in activities, in tasks, so we can help develop their skills of talking, their speaking skills, in other words. So this is how talking and writing can go hand in hand in an extensive reading program. So look, we are actually, extensive reading program can be much more beneficial if it's controlled well, if it's monitored and set up in a proper way. So this can push students to move from receptive to productive competence of language. So their speaking capability is not only enhanced, but also their repeated exposure to the language input help them become fluent readers.